Alright guys, welcome back. Here we are in a blue Meanie replica.
Yeah, this is one of Brocky's finest creations.
That it is, mate. That it is. The man had some good taste.
He certainly did.
And so does the man that owns this car.
Yeah, that's a beautiful example. Yeah, probably the thing that stands out for me is the wide and rear wheels. I just love them. It just puts on point.
Man, hasn't he nailed the stance?
Yeah.
And that big fat lip on the back, no lip on the front. It just looks so tough.
Yeah, so this was probably the beginning of the end, I should say, of the chrome bumper era.
Yeah.
When we went from the H series into the V series, we had the VK, then the VL, and so forth. So yeah, no, this is really cool because these things are highly sought after now. The brief specs on the car, Chris, it's obviously a VK Brock Group A. These things were built between 1984 and 1986. Where this one differs is it's had an LS1 fitted with twin throttle bodies. It's got a power glide, early 2-speed type transmission. And then it's got the good old 9-inch diff, although the 9-inch diff, when we received the car, wasn't as good as it could have been. He'd had it out on the track doing a bit of competitive work and basically blew the diff up.
Yeah.
It was built...
Did a good job too, didn't he?
Yeah. It was a really nicely built diff too. It was built with the factory Ford carrier case, and it was probably built in the day before he went to the horsepower he's got in the engine now. And of course, he's got up it aggressively and he's broken the carrier case, broken the crown and pinion, tore the spline end clean off the axle shaft. Yeah, so it's got all the good stuff now. We've changed to a 35 spline strange carrier case. It's got the wave track which will handle the big shock loads. And we've got some competition 35 spline Dutchman billet axle with complete with screw-in competition studs. So the thing now is bulletproof. Wow. We've got twin throttle bodies out the front there on a high-rise tunnel ramp type intake, which is like the old school days when we used to run two carbies sideways. These are mounted end-to-end with a linkage connecting the two, so it's designed to look old school and period correct, but when you look closely it's actually EFI.
It's so cool, hey?
It is.
How you can still keep that look,
yeah,
but it's all with the modern touches.
Yeah.
And under the engine bay, holy crap. Everything's smoothed out, not a single wire.
Yeah.
All the hoses are all blacked out. Like it's aesthetically done very nicely, which then just follows straight into the interior too. The interior is just amazing. Like, I can't believe the dash. Normally the dashes are all cracked out on these, but
yeah, this thing looks like brand new.
It does, doesn't it? It looks like a roll off the showroom floor.
Yeah, and even the seats and the trim and everything's just squeaky clean.
And like you said, the gauges are just such a nice touch. All the odometer blacked out gauges. It gives it a nice classic look.
So part of sorting out the diff in the rear end, Chris, we realised the handbrake cables needed replacing. The pinion angle wasn't quite right. So we've fixed the handbrake cable, swapped out some new Wilwood ones. We've adjusted up the forelink and the pinion. We've bedded the crown and pinion diff gears in, and this is this actual maiden voyage back out on the road, and the thing's driving beautiful. There's no crazy noises. The brakes are all working. The handbrake works when you apply it, and it's pretty much nearly ready to go back to the owner, or he can get his smile back on his face.
She drives so nice, and yeah, he's gonna have a smile back on his face. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in to the fortnight for another episode. Give us a call if you need any parts or any work done on your car. Catch you next time.
Thanks, Chris.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.